Alright guys, I got this Craftsman WS4200. It's a 4-cycle weed eater. I got this thing brand new at Lowe's. The thing has never run completely right for me. It's super hard to start. It bogs down when you give it gas. And now it's been sitting and I couldn't get it started again. So I wanted to go ahead and go through this thing and see what's actually going on. I took the carburetor off before and I cleaned it up, and I replaced the gas lines in it because one of them seemed like it was broken, but it still didn't run right. So what I did was I actually got a carburetor off of eBay. So I'm going to try to change out the carburetor and see if that helps. So this is the carburetor I got off of Amazon. It's supposed to be a direct fit for this. I've gotten carburetors off of Amazon before for 4-wheelers and chainsaws and stuff like that with pretty good success. So hopefully this one works too. Of course, it comes with a new set of fuel lines and fuel filters and a little gasket and stuff too. So I don't know if I'll have to change those since I already replaced those not too long ago, but I just wanted to try a new carburetor and see if that would help. So let's go ahead and move this stuff to the side and go ahead and take the carburetor off of this one. And first things first, see if it's actually a match. So the way you get to the carburetor is right here on the side. You pull that little clip right there, and then this cover comes off. See, you got the little air filter in here, and then you got these two screws. These two screws hold the air box on there and also the carburetor. These go all the way through, and that's what holds the carburetor on there too. So let me see if I can get the camera set up a little bit so I don't have to try to do this one-handed. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to take these two screws out. Yeah, like I said, this thing didn't run right from day one. And now a year later, Tanya tells me, why didn't you take it back? I was like, well, it's stupidity, I guess. Didn't want to deal with the hassle of taking it back. Alright, so as you can see, carburetor comes out with it. Filter. Okay, these still look pretty good. Disconnect those. That was on the one. This goes on the bottom. Alright, so here's the two comparison. So I see right away difference is this one's got a diaphragm, and this one has the plunger. What about this side here? This one's backwards. This one goes this way. So that's what I can do. I can just flip this over. This is set up backwards. So what I'll do is I'll just see if I can't turn this thing around. So I don't know if this thing was set up for a different machine that it was supposed to run on. Because when you buy stuff off of Amazon, it's like, this carburetor fits blah 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 XYZ. It's never just the one that you're looking for. I don't know if it's either that or if it's actually the quality control in China, like everybody always talks about. They made that thing damn near impossible. Get to that screw. possible to stab yourself though. Okay, what I wound up doing was getting a precision screwdriver out of the little set I had. Was able to get that. Okay, now they're both the same. So one thing I don't know about is this particular carburetor type. So that would be a manual pump. This carburetor's got adjustments. Pretty darn sweet. I kind of want to take it apart and see. If I take it apart, then you guys won't have to. If nothing else, I'll see if I can get this one to mount up to that. Looks like it should. Because I kind of like the pump system, because then you know you got gas in it. Oh, it takes the whole bottom off. Yeah, a little mechanical. I'm gonna try it. The way these carburetors work is it's got a little hole in here with the compression of the, when you pull start it with the compression, it draws pressure up through the carburetor and it draws gasoline in. That's how you get your prime, instead of using the little pumpers where you gotta pump it up 10 times and hope for the best. Okay, that's that. So anyway, so you see this hole right here. This is there's a name for it, but anyway, what it does is it goes on these here. See this little gasket here with the two little holes? That's if it's on this side or that side of the carburetor. That's why it's got these two little holes. But you pull it and the compression from the motor sucks through this, and it sucks, creating basically a vacuum sucking fuel up into the carburetor. So mechanical carburetor. I think we're going to give her a whirl. So I'm assuming this is the drain, this is the fill. So this would be the fill, so I still got to put the drain line in. Looks like they gave me two the same size. That's always great. These are supposed to be two different sizes. What I can do is I will cut it at an angle so I can get it inside of there. Alright, so cut the hose at an angle. That way you can see this. Hopefully it'll go inside that hole right there. I'm gonna have to open up this hole a little bit. This one is a 3/16. Alright, I think it's working. Okay, let's see if I can reach it with my, grab it with these. Pull it back out. Feed it in as you're pulling it out. About like that. Then we can cut our end off. Put our filter on it. Got that. Okay, so fuel lines are running on the other side of this one. That could be a problem. I wonder if I should just change both of these hoses out. Nothing's ever easy. Okay, so now I'm going to put this carburetor on. How to do that? So this just slips right in there, straight in, and then flips under, and that's it. That was pink. We gotta get this back on here. Alright, I'm just gonna get it started. Then I'm gonna run this hose here. And this hose is gonna run down like that. Okay, now that those are on, let's go ahead and tighten these up. So there is a carburetor adjustment right here, but I'm going to just hope that it's already adjusted. And I think that's it. Now we just put some fuel in it. Let's see if it'll fire up. So far so good, no leaks. So let's try to fire it up. Okay, so before I give up on this carburetor situation altogether, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plug and see if maybe we're flooding. Check and see if we're getting spark in it. Doesn't look like it's got a bunch. Let's put this back in there. Get it back in there and see if I can get a spark. You guys probably won't be able to see it. It's getting spark, but it's kind of weak. So what I'm going to do is cheat. Give her a couple shots of starting fluid. See if I can get it to fire. Should have pulled the cover off of this thing. Okay. Let's see if I can get it to fire. Okay, it fired once. Ooh, she smells bad too. Just put fresh gas in it. Try adjusting that carburetor. Let's see where it's at first. So half a turn, 1 turn, 1.5 turns, 2 turns, 2.5. Okay, so it's 2.5 turns out. I'm gonna try 1 turn out. Well, it was trying. Let's do another half turn. There it goes. Do another 1/4 turn. Another 1/4 turn, so that's 2 full turns out. get 2.5 turns out. Well, there you have it. The carburetor worked. So that was basically back to where they had it, 2.5 turns out. It actually runs a lot better than it did before when I would get it to start, because when I would get it to start before, even when I hit the gas, it would bog out. So it was a little harder to start than I would like, but that could be because it's been sitting so long. Still had a little bit of old gas in the carburetor, or in the tank. So as long as she runs and she's a strong runner, she seems like she'll cut some grass now. Let me go ahead and see if I'll fire it up. I'm not going to give it any gas. I think that's what I was doing also, was with the old carburetor on it, you were supposed to pump it 10 times and then give it full throttle and pull it. And that's how you would get it to start. But it seemed like when I was giving it gas with this one, since it is a mechanical carburetor, it actually was flooded out. So let me try to do it with, basically with no gas, and see if she pulls. Well, there you go. Started after 3 pulls. There's no bogging down. So I'm happy with it. I might mess with the tuning it a little bit more. But other than that, yeah, the little Chinese carburetor worked from Amazon. Here's the old one, old pump style. I'm going to keep this one just in case. For whatever reason, I can still take this one off and put it on that carburetor. It'll go on there, but I shouldn't need to. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this video helps somebody out with this Craftsman Weedeater 4-stroke. Yeah, the reason I got this, I've always gotten 2-stroke Weedeaters before, and I've seen this one in Lowe's and it was a 4-stroke, so I thought that'd be different and a lot easier than mixing gas and stuff like that. So I just got that one, but it never ran right. So hopefully now she can get put to good use. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.